Sri Guru Charana Kamalam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Rupanuga Bhakti Sancha Krupa Murtim Narayanam Namo Vishnu Vadaya Tikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Audaya Madhurya Gunaistavitam Varam Varenyam Purusha Mahantam Narayanam Sirasa Namam Vidandinam Bhakta Shiromani Sri Krishna Pada Vyudai Kavadi Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sara Saram Narayanam Satatam Prapadye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Let me offer millions of blessings for the feet of Gurudeva, the Pavana Guru Varga, Ramanista Santana Koti Dandavat, and all present as teacher Vaishnava. Tavat Dandavat Pranam. Vancha Kalpataru Jascha Krupa Sindhu Devacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Now, today 29th, present is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj disappeared day. Then Bhakti Sri Rup Siddhanti Maharaj appearance day tomorrow. Then 1st November Gopashtami, Gostashtami. Srinivasacharya appearance day, Gadadhar Das Goswami. 4th is Uttana Ekadasi. That day Gaur Kishore Das Babaji disappeared. Then Bhakti Daitam Madhav Maharaj appearance day. Then 8th is Purnima. Then end of the Kartik. Tulsi Maharani appearance day. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to Vrindavan. Then lunar eclipse that day. To at the same time. So, Swami Maharaj, you know, all of you, at least heard of him, no? Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, is confirmed Acharya, famous. He disappeared on this day. So disappearance, appearance for Vaishnavas, there's no difference. Our Param Gurudev used to give an example. Suppose you are sitting in a room, window is there. You see somebody walking in your vision, right? They appear in your vision. Before they appear, they were there already walking from somewhere else. Then after a while, they disappear, right? from your vision. So they first enter into our vision and then leave from our vision. It doesn't mean that they were not there before or they are going to disappear afterwards. Simply we don't see it. So same way the Vaishnavas, they appear, they will be visible to our eyes and then invisible. But what is the difference? Actually, when they disappear from our vision, when they come like uh, our Gurudeva is to say, and Gurudeva is within our vision, we should serve him, we should give our life to him, and like that. But we will be so busy, we may not know, understand so many things about him. Why he has come, what he is teaching. So, but when it disappears from our vision, then we have understanding. Oh, yes, he was telling like this. This was preaching his mission. So, same way, our acharyas from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Namo Mahavadanya, Krishna Prema Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namasa Gaurati come to give Krishna Prema. So, same way Swami Maharaj, he came to give this. But we may not understood that. He was preaching like Gurudev said, before him, many people went from India, Vivekananda and all that. They were giving him what they gave. Not in a spiritual thing. Little Mayavada, Mayavada was already there. So what he can give? So they didn't. So it did not made an impact. In other words, you should change your lifestyle. There should be a profound revolution in our thinking, in our lifestyle, should cause a revolution. That nobody like others may like Gurudev is saying like the Artha Dharma Kama, like might have given and maybe few moksha, but it is not really moksha. So Swami Maharaj went to give love of God, Krishna Priya. And he did in what time? 12 years. That nobody able to achieve that. Shankaracharya could not do even in India, let alone speak foreign countries. So, and he spread all around the world, empowered personality. That's why Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj calls him that. He's actually Shaktavesh avatar. Must have been said. The revolutionary God, the way he preached, must have Shaktavesh avatar. Otherwise, no ordinary person can do this. So, he was Gurudeva had so much intimate relation with him since 1944, 45, like that. Akshay Tritiya met him in Calcutta. So, when they were starting the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. So that Samiti, actually today we are talking, exchanging, is all because of his mercy. Otherwise this would not have happened. So we are always indebted to for him. We are all, otherwise we could not be. So we deeply honored him. His commitment. He was so. Now, one thing people understand that he was very kind and very devotees or anyone to go and talk to him very easy. It was no need of reservation. And he's simple. His audience was simple because knew all that. So he could not give very high tattvas and all that. But he left it in his books. So we should not think that he did not came to give raga, Upanuga Bhakti. He has mentioned in. But what to do? We have to prepare the ground, cutting down the jungles, Mayavada jungles. So he has spent a lot of time on that. So, but in his books and in preaching also, he has indicated. So, and our Gurudev continued what he left. That's why Krishna's arrangement from the beginning, if you look back, these are all a great plan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, it could not have happened. He was given order in 20s, right? To go on preach. But he went in 65. Planning, trying so much. He was trying. And he moved to the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. Our Gurudev says he used to roll chapatis and then Gurudev used to cook. So it has a deep meaning behind that. In other words, he will make ready, devotees and then Gurudev will cook them. In other words, he properly make them understand, the tattvas, raga, rupanuga, bhakti, like that. So he made them to taste, very sweet bhakti. So then he was writing. He completely absorbed. One thing I says is that he was not wasting any time. Completely absorbed writing. And before that, he used to write in Gaudiya Patrika and harmonist magazines also. He was, and from the beginning, from his childhood, he used to engage in Krishna, pastime. And when he was a small child, he started doing Rath Yatra, in his home. So that Rath Yatra, now you can see Rath Yatras all around the world. San Francisco, Rath Yatra. New York. Now you can see around the world, Washington D.C., Boston, so many places, Canada, US, UK. In a Tompkinson Square Park, where he started doing bhajan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavanta. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. He was immersed in that. He was not aware who is there, who is, tears in his eyes. He was just. So it attracted so many people. And among those people, Shamaran is also one. So, the place where, because I spent a lot of time in New York, I spent about practically more than 9 years distributing prasadam in the tree, near the tree, under the tree where Swami Maharaj doing bhajan, winter, I used to go and distribute prasadam. So the place, Shamaran remembers. So 25 First Avenue, I was trying to build one temple there. 26 Second Avenue, Swami Maharaj started, storefront. And then 25 First Avenue, 1 block away. Almost I gave my 10 years of my life to do that. So next door was like a clothes store, something like that. I remember when I was doing renovation, one time police came to our building. Ours is only 25 First Avenue. And I was wondering why they came, ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟಿರೋ ನಾನೇ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋಕೆ. ಇದು LSD ಬಂತಾ ಬರ್ತಾರ? ಹಾ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಹಾಗಾರೆ. So it's funny. See, I am not used to that. So ours was 25 First Avenue. Next door was the clothes store. And the police came into our building. I was wondering, they were going on. Is there any connection, that connection from that store to our store? I was asking why. No, don't worry. They realized that there was no connection. But later on, I came to know that store is simply in the front, like selling clothes, but actually they are dealing with the drugs. So they were suspecting. So that was of course, I'm talking 93, 94, like that, 1990. Then, of course, this was 65, 66. It was a drug-addicted place, village, that type is called village, New York. So, of course, now it has changed a lot at that time. So, Swami Maharaj, so many, at that time, hippie movement was there. People were not happy with their lifestyle. Because no matter how much you do in this material world, opulence, finally it will not be satisfied. Starts rejecting. You start. It will not satisfy. Any amount of this illicit activity, this and that, finally they fed up, right? So they were looking for it. So suppose if Swami Maharaj has come earlier, 65, say 60s or 50s, he would not have been successful as he was. But if he had come later, like 70s, he would not have. So Krishna knew the perfect time when people are ready. They are giving up the traditional value. They are looking for something higher taste. Okay. When you are looking for something higher, when you give, then automatically they will accept, they will taste it, and they will change, right? So that's why Krishna was preparing him, So Swami Maharaj in Damodar temple, Radhadam, was praying, Rupa Goswami. Our Gurudeva used to go and then, remember, they used to cook together. He didn't have much, not in chadar. He was putting his chadar to sit down. then used to discuss what is writing, and they used to go to Delhi for preaching, uh, like that. Gurudeva also inspired him to take sannyas. In the beginning, he said he was afraid of one shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, where Krishna says, uh, the um, uh, Krishna says, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಹೌದಾ ಆಯ್ತು ಇವನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡು ಹಾ ಆಯ್ತು ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ದಾಮೋದರನ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹೌದಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದ ಹೌದಾ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ನೋಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀ ಇದೆ ಕೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸೊ ಸಾರಿ So, Swami Maharaj in Radha Damodar temple, he was praying to Rupa Goswami. And he also got their permission. And then, when it was time to leave, his things were made, He got a one ticket in a steamer, in a boat. See, going in a boat, at that time, flight is, of course, not possible. But somehow to show that Swami Maharaj's determination, see, going in a boat is not easy. I don't know how many of you traveled. I don't think many of us cannot travel even 1 hour in a boat. For modern boats, it is kind of stabilized. Maybe you can. But the olden boats, yeah, either. So olden boats, not like that, the up and down, you start vomiting, you get this vomiting, and then the stomach gets upset very soon. And practically everybody vomits, okay? Of course, if you travel 1 day, 2 day, okay, you will recover. But if you are traveling a month, every day vomiting, what do you think? Imagine, no doctor, no medicine, blah, blah. Really, so it took all that difficulty, for what? You could have easily stayed back in Vrindavan, elderly, you could have stayed in Radhadavan, very nicely Vrindavan, chanting. But why? He knew people are suffering. But people don't know that they are suffering. This is the thing. Intoxicated. So much intoxication, we do not realize what is our surrounding, material intoxication, So first we have to realize we are suffering, we are diseased. Unless you realize, medicine will not come. Once you realize, when we cry for the medicine, Krishna will send the medicine. Okay. So we should be sincere. So these people were. So he went through that harsh time, and had even heart attack like that, and then praying, and all the Dashavatar came and pacified him, and sea became very gentle. The captain is telling, I never seen such a, calm sea, this calm. So Krishna was making arrangement. He was reached there, and but foreign country, understand, you know, and only thing in his mind is the order of Guru, order of the Guru Parampara, order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know? They, that kept him alive. And 1 year was a struggle, you know. Uh, things were stolen, uh, things were, but then when he started chanting Ram Krishna's Prabhupada publicly, then took off. So, nothing to, then soon it spread all around London, you know, Los Angeles, Canada, and all that, you know, Toronto. So, Krishna's arrangement, you know, so many people joined, and today what it is. You know? Of course, many things happen. What can I do? But of course, Krishna sent Gurudev to make steady. You know, those devotees who were started were sincere. Our Gurudev came and then lifted him, and then made them even stronger. You know? Telling, this is what he is telling. See, when you were with Swami Maharaj, you did not know who he is, what it is. Now he has disappeared. Now things are coming out. Wow, it was like that, it was like this. I wish I knew, you know, these things would start coming. It's like in Vrindavan, when Krishna was there in Vrindavan, and the gopis were with him having nice, you know, rasa dance and all that. When Krishna went to Mathura, wow, then they realized something, that what they are missing. See, that's when, right? Vipralamba. You know? And then they saw how to meet him in separation. You know? He is everywhere. So, like that, we should feel the separation. To the extent we feel separation, to that extent we progress. That is the specialty of Rupanuga, our separation. You know? Then we get more attached. We will feel more of his presence, much more than if he is physically present. So that is the special. Only by that we make progress. You know. But, so Swami Maharaj, amazing personality. Lifetime in preparation. I mean, you know, he prepared entire life. He was selling medicines. He was making medicines, selling medicines, and even though material medicine, he failed. You know, he failed in business. He tried so many times because Krishna didn't want him to success in that. But he made him success as a medicine man, spiritual medicine. You know, injecting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. And that mantra which has the power to take us away from out of this bhava saga, you know, so this ordinary medicine will not do that. You know? So So it's amazing to see. He was to begin with, start with medicine, and he influenced the whole world. Vegetarianism. I mean, in that 70s, 60s, right, mid 60s, who would have become, if you say vegetarian? I mean, they think you are crazy. Even late 70s also people like. When I went there, I told I was, are you sure you can be alive by eating, being vegetarian? So they have no concept. You can see they say vegetable, they say vegetarian soup, right? But what they put? Non-veg. But they call it vegetarian soup. Oh, Krishna protected me. So they have no concept, But now things have changed. See, since Prabhupada entered here, okay, the beef consumption has come down. It is going down. Check the statistics. It becomes clear. So it made impact in a big way. And then he made the halwa famous around America. Now even the common people know about halwa. What is halwa? So became very famous. That's why his preaching is known as kitchen preaching, kitchen. So prasadam, people will relish. So simple ways. He was amazing personality. Then he came back to India, and then Indian people have this mentality. We are actually slave to Western countries. The British rule made like that. We lost our own. Indians lost our own roots. The value of our culture and all that. Tradition, Sanatana Dharma, gradually eroded. So he brought Western devotees, and he made a revolution in India. When people saw in India these people from the West chanting Sikha and Dhoti and all that, wow, they are doing what our customs were. We should be, we should be shame on us, this kind of thinking created a revolution. So he made a very impact here, bringing them here, and then revolution. So so a lot of changes in India also. Respect, honor, and that's why many people have taken to the process. So we are very, very grateful for such a personality, not different from Kanda Guru Tattva, not different from Nityananda Prabhu, Balram, and he restored Hare Krishna. So we are indebted. Without him, actually world would have been different, you know. Uh, but it's Krishna's plan, Krishna behind everything planning. You know, he sent our Gurudev, he made it even more, um, you know, in progress in our bhakti. He gave a shape to do that. So we are indebted for both, all the acharyas. And in each acharya, all other acharyas are present. See, this is what Akhanda Guru Tattva. So in our Gurudev, we should see Swami Maharaj, Pradyan Keshav, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, for a time being, you might see some comes forward, right? Like imagine in a computer, you have so many windows open. Each window for each acharya. When you click on it, they come forward. Click, whichever you click, they are, like that. One present all of them, and they are not telling anything new. They are specifically certain thing that has been like Lord has given some assignment, certain specific thing needed to accomplish during that time and that part of the world, like that. So, and they carry out that, and then they just leave. The mission is over, and then they will not get attached to this, because complete faith, Krishna will make arrangement to continue that. And what they will do, they will continue this same preaching in some other Brahmanda, So Swami Maharaj must be doing same, and our Gurudev must have joined in now again, meeting some. So this is not when they, externally it seems like they are meeting. They were together in some other Brahmanda so many times before. So it happens to be like that. So they will continue. This is their mission, to lift conditioned souls. So we are very, very indebted on the day of disappearance. So we can glorify them, and understand, and that way we can dedicate our life, to make others' life successful. We should not think, oh, always my concern, I'm there, somebody doing like this, you have to give up that, thing. See, oh, I was, tortured like this, like this, like this. Give up your past, okay? See, one time, two rabbis, they met in New York, okay? Two rabbis. Rabbi, the Jewish priest. Right? So both were in a concentration camp, in Germany. They are meeting after 40, 50 years later. 40. And they are talking. Oh, Rabbi, how are you? I'm okay, Rabbi. How are you? I'm okay. And he said, you know what? In those times, in the Nazis camp, they tortured her so much, this, that, it's not fair, this. The other rabbi, Rabbi, why you are thinking that? That means you are not in New York, you are actually in the concentration camp. I said, because he's thinking about that. So, fast, we should give up. Now we got the association of Swami Maharaj, Gurudev, the books, the books are there. All the acharyas, all the 6 Goswamis are all present in it there. So we come, so we should give up our past, become strong, not anymore looking back, look towards the possibilities of, see, the whole spirituality is to, in one sense, okay, to forget this world, activities of this world. This is what it is, forget, you know. But because for many, many lifetimes we have forgot, we have got attached to it, we have what you call addicted in a sense, you know, we cannot come over. So the whole spirituality is to forget, that we live in this world, Of course, we have to work, but we should live in a way that this world will not affect us. It will not bind us. It will. Uh, it will not. It will no longer be interesting for us. Awesome. You know? Like Prahlad Maharaj prays, "Oh Lord, let the whole world be auspicious. Let the cruel people give up their cruelty. Let everybody think of doing welfare to others. And let my mind be not attached to this material world, objects of material world, but 100% fully attached to the name, form, rupa. And let my conscious be become nishkama, without any fruitive activity, but completely absorbed in you. Right now, our consciousness is absorbed in material things, So it is dragging. Why material? Because back way, So forget that. And we pray constantly. And that's why the acharyas have given the process. That's why we should be very strict in our process, even in our sadhana. Okay, don't neglect it. We should be aggressive, more enthusiastic. Um, you know, uh, otherwise this will drag us back. This and nobody is happy. You can example is it is during that time. They had everything. They have tasted everything, all this world freely, without any. But were they were happy? So they were so miserable. So same way, uh, we should say when you what do they say? You don't swallow your own vomit. When you vomited, right? You don't want to look at back, like that. So these material things are all like somebody's vomit, this, that, So so constant prayer we should have to acharyas to remember. So they will give us the strength. So we pray to Swami Maharaj today over and over. No matter how much we pray, we are so much indebted for him. Because without him, we would not have been meeting here talking about. He made us realize our true position. Our true position is we are not happy, we are diseased, we are, we are addicted material things. So he gave medicine, to how we can change ourselves, how to become free from this addiction. So, and that's why people became very happy, right? Our Gurudeva says, hippies, they were, Moro, that, but then they become happy, right? So he transformed them, transformed. They have so much fear and all that anxiety. they made him, you know, in other words, very free from anxiety. All this. So, Swami Maharaj given and Gurudeva was given the same process. So, we should become very serious, serious in our sadhana. Chanting, following ekadasi, following regulations, and even if it is difficult, seems like, but constant practice and detachment. See, the winning formula is constant practice and then detachment. So, and if Krishna says that we are sincere, very trying, and all that, he will arrange things. He'll send us mercy, some channel or somehow. So no matter how much we glorify him, we cannot complete it. Vaishnavas are all like. He published so many books, so many temples around the world, so many establishments. So, and then at the end, I asked Gurudev to give his samadhi. See, this is the one thing many people forget it, how important it is. So, his own disciples were God knows for that, but he insists, no, Gurudev, you should give me some. So, no. Then, and then he told him, you should take care of my disciples. No. God told of his hand and then took a vow that he take care of them. They don't know rules, they are new, Many things they don't know etiquette. You should do like that. So, so our Gurudev took, because he accepted him as a Siksha Guru. Our Gurudev accepted Swami Maharaj as Siksha Guru. Even though, he helped him accept sannyas and doing this sannyas ceremony, he did it, yajna and all that, dress and all that. But he gave his word, and then that's why he went all around the world. More than what Swami Maharaj traveled. Gurudev traveled more than Swami Maharaj traveled. Swami Maharaj traveled a dozen times. Gurudev traveled maybe 32 times, something like that. Just to follow the word that he has given to him. So, continuation process. So we are equally indebted for both. Actually, it is not both, it's actually one personality. Appears like actually is one. Continuation, Akhanda Guru Tattva. So he asked him to give samadhi. So that's what happened. So samadhi meaning actually he takes the order. In other words, he will be continuing the thing. Of course, he did not find that. Uh, but anyway, things happen anyway. It is, one day people will realize that devotees all around the world will realize what it means for us. So we are indebted to Swami Maharaj. So we glorify him, even though no matter how much we glorify, it will be incomplete. Still, it is for our benefit, for our purification. To make our faith stronger, to make our progress in bhakti more stronger, we need to purify. So we need to recognize we are indebted, and so His tower is mercy on all of us to give us is like lion-like, teaching. He was very powerful preacher, cutting down and in a simple way. So thank you. Swami Maharaj ki jai ho. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj ki jai ho. So now we have to continue the Chatur Kartik Katha. So yesterday we finished Nandajam. Then the Javat. Yavagram of Javat. Hare Krishna. ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಯ್ತು. So Javat is a very, very, very special place for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Only Gaudiya Vaishnavas visit that place. Nobody else, not other Vaishnava. So it's about 2 miles from underground. Javat. This is for Radha Krishna's Leela. Very, very secret, very amazing pastime place. So to describe all that is impossible, but to just give a glimpse, our Gurudeva is telling. Now during some pastime, Krishna took the lotus feet of Radha, put him on his chest, on his chest. So near that Vatavriksha, holy fig tree, holy tree, Vata. Because of that, it becomes a Javat. Java Vata. Java Vata. Where that happened. Java. Java. So in that village, why it is so important? Because for this is very difficult to understand, even for many devotees, it will be difficult to understand. Because we remember, Radharani parents wanted, she married to Krishna, and Yashoda also wanted to marry. So we saw how Kirtida, they sent so much gift, right? Box full of pearls and all that. So much wonderful. And then Yashoda is thinking, oh, they have to send back more than what they send, right? It is customary. The bridegroom has sent, the groom, they have sent more. So she was thinking, Nandamala, where could we find that? Then Krishna came to know their thought. Um, then he said, uh, Mommy, don't worry, till I'll arrange it. No. Then without mother's not knowing, secretly Krishna, you know, took all that pearls and put it in the ground. When Mother Yashoda found out that even what Radha family has sent, right? Even that is missing, then she said, wait a minute, what happened to you? Then what we can, then and ask Krishna, hey, what do you know what happened? Mother, I put them into the ground so that I can, like seeds. Yeah, did anybody use pearls as seeds? Are you out of your mind? Who taught you that? So he said, no, he was. Then soon he was watering, not watering with the water, okay, milk. And then soon it became sprout and then big bumper crop, right? Bumper crop is so much more than what it is. Then he gave it to Yashoda and she was very happy. And so she was able to reciprocate much more than what Radha, Kirtida sent. Uh, then like that. And then also in the past time, one time Radha came, she was young. And it is a tradition, if she is going to be daughter-in-law, the mother-in-law, what she will paint yellow or hands, right? So Yashoda painted yellow the hands of Radha. And Radha was very happy internally. But then when she has to go back to Varsana, she felt little shy, too much shy. Oh, how I can, she was happy but shy. So she went and washed his hand in one, like a lake. The whole water became yellow. That's why even today that lake is known as Pilu, Pilu, for like that, yellow, turned into water. So these incidents are there. But what happened? Why they were not? Of course, they are eternally married, in a sense, eternally Nitya, uh, you know, Krishna, beloved, right? Krishna, so Nitya. But in this past time, Purnamasi, Purnamasi, she came in the beginning, even before Krishna appeared in this world. She declared, oh, Yashoda, even though she is become elderly, past more than the childbearing age, she will be blessed with a wonderful child, you know. So it happened, so they are so much, faith, honor, and respected her. So she made that certain time that, um, Radharani should not, should be married to this another village, Gopa, Abhimanyu in Jhavat, not to, because they say if they married, they will be quarreling too much, something like that. And so she was married there. Now, Jetila and Kutila. Jetila is the mother-in-law, Kutila is a daughter, Jetila's, and then Abhimanyu is the son. But even though he was married, but there was no, he could not even touch the shadow of Radha, you know, because he was immersed always in taking care of the cows, or and then or talking with his own like gopas of the same taste, same age, like that. So, but this is the by the arrangement of Yoga Maya. Yeah, he could not even touch the shadow of Radha. Just like uh, Ravana took Sita. Which Sita he took? Shadow of Sita. Could not touch the Sita. Yeah. Sita was already left. So something like that. Gurudev explains it. Huh? Same way, Abhimanyu being with Srimati Radhika, in the relation, something like that. He just a namesake, and his outlook. And this is there also, there is a reason in the Shastras for that. So, then that time, Vrishabhanu, he built a palace in that Javat. So that's where Radharani used to stay with all his Sakhis, and they used to make arrangement. Now the thing is, meeting with Krishna, it will be so difficult. It's even, of course, before it was difficult, but now it is even more difficult. Even though Radha appears to be married, and meeting her, see, this is what is Parakya Bhava is. Parakya. So, if we understand this, then what happens is we make much more progress in future life. Our any attachment to this world will be finished. Right? Remember, like how we were telling, how Radha and Krishna is one soul, okay, one Atma, two bodies. So how we can separate them? Radharani, she says she is in the consciousness of Krishna, Krishna is in the consciousness of. So, like even see one thing, this part we have to understand. When Radharani was crying in separation, like suppose Krishna has gone with some other gopi. Of course, we know all the gopis are expansions of Kaya Vyuha of Radharani. And Krishna says our love for him is like a Meru Parvata. And the other gopis are maybe like a mustard seed, very. Now, when he's with other gopis, Radharani is feeling little unhappy. Now, why? Because he knows that other gopis cannot satisfy him. They will not be able to make happy. So then she is, she's crying, because of that. Not because Krishna is somebody like that. No, Krishna will not be happy there. They will not know how to make him completely happy. Now, Krishna also knows that Radharani is not happy. She's in suffering, and he is not happy either. Oh, I should have. But again, he cannot leave her, that gopi. See what I'm saying? So he has to continue. So he has to make them happy, and at the same time, he has to, he's not happy in it. That's why when Krishna went to Mathura, Dwarka, and all that, he was happy. But was most unhappy in the whole world. Why? Because there was nobody to specify him. Nobody understood him. But he went there to whom? To please those Yadavas. They were happy to be with him and all that. But who was trying to make Krishna happy in Mathura and Vrindavan, in Dwarka? Nobody. Nobody knew. That's why he was not happy. That's why amazing, Rukmini Satyabhama, I think they are left, They could not. That's why they're crying, And for namesake, we are his wives. In the night, he's crying, always drenched. Our bed is always wet. He's crying, oh Radhe, oh Lalita, oh Vishaka, oh Mother Yashoda, cow. Is always there. But he completely forgets us. We don't know what mantra gopis have on him, control. Like that they are saying. So this is what it is. So he is not happy, and they are not able to understand what is the love of Rajagopis. See, try to understand. I might have told this before, but try to let's hear again. Not much time to continue. See about the tilak, right? Now, how did the tilak came from? Now, Krishna knows that, they don't understand prema. They think he's crying all the time. Satyabhama is telling, oh, Rukmini, you think he's only crying in the night time, he's also crying in the daytime. Look, now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. People are waiting, Yadavas are waiting, and he's still on the bed crying. We don't understand this. So like that. So then he said, how to make them understand? How to make them understand? He made a leela. He became upset. In as far as his health was, he became sick. Of course, Krishna can never become sick, right? Because one who has taken prasad from Radharani, nobody can be sick. Because she has a blessing from Durvasmuni. We will see that. Durvasmuni blesses Radharani that whatever she cooks, it will be like Amrit, elixir, And whoever takes that, they will be Chiranjeevi, don't death will come. They will be strong and no demons can defeat them, like that. So Krishna is taking that. That's why Mother Yashoda, she wants Radharani to come and cook because she's thinking otherwise Krishna is becoming thin, he's engaged in all these activities, there's so many demons coming and all that. So she's insisted that, she's begging. And also, Jatila, please send her, So many pastimes that maybe tomorrow will continue. Now, so what happened? So he became sick, Krishna, right? So external, to teach. Then what happened? So Rukmini is very concerned. She tried her best. She made more than 108 varieties of this kasha, meaning like herbal decoction, right? Krishna drinking, nothing happened, no improvement. Then she said, I cannot do anything. Like Jagannath, in Jagannath Rath Yatra, for 14 days he is sick, right? Then Lakshmi is trying to do all these things, Now, so Rukmini failed. Then she called the doctors, Vaidyas, right? Ayurvedic doctor. Or they called, doctor, Vaidyas, please diagnose Krishna what is wrong and then give him. Prescribe what medicine we should give him. Okay, we will do. We will take up your order. So they went inside and then asking Krishna, we are Vaidya, doctors. And Rukmini has requested us to diagnose, which disease they are. Why that's so? Okay, what do you want? Your hand. We want to check your pulse. So, okay, Krishna gave his hand. And these doctors are looking for the pulse. They said they could not feel the pulse. Oh, they said, no, it doesn't have even a pulse. And how we can diagnose? They cannot diagnose without pulse. So they came back. Money, it is not possible. Why? He doesn't have even a pulse. It has become so bad. So, um, Hare Krishna. Oh, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಆಯ್ತು. So, so he has no pulse. We cannot do anything. Please forgive me. Oh, Rukmini. Sorry, Deva. Now, what to do? Rukmini is crying even more. All the Dwarkavasis are crying. All the Yadavas. Oh, Krishna has become. See, when Krishna was happy, when he's healthy, these people are happy because by his presence, he is making them all happy. But nobody is making him happy. They don't know. So then what happened? Then the whole went to the upper planets. You know, upper planets. Oh, Krishna is crying. He's not. He's sick, and then whole Dwarka is crying. Then Nagmuni came to know. He came down. He talked to him. What happened? Oh, Nagmuni is sick. I don't know. Our doctors failed. Then he said, oh, don't. I will go and find out. And he went to Krishna. Krishna, please. Oh, 3 worlds is crying. If you are sick, whole world will be sick. Nobody will be happy. How we can make you happy? How we can get over this sickness? Then Krishna is telling, my devotees are more powerful than me. If I can get dust from their lotus feet, and if I get bathed with that on my hand, by their strength, by their power, I'll be healed. Then Narguni said, is it so simple? Oh, Krishna, don't worry. I will be back in a minute, less than a minute. That, that's all you need. Wow. Then he came out enthusiastic. Oh, Rukmini, don't worry. Don't cry. Thing is over. Consider he's healed. Yeah? What is the problem? What is the thing? What is the medicine? He said, don't worry. He says, Krishna is telling his devotees are more powerful than him. You know. So if he gets the dust from their lotus feet, devotees lotus feet, and if he gets bathed with that, he will become free from disease, no more. Same way. It's so simple. Rukmini, why you are crying? You are so powerful devotee of Krishna. Please give your dust from your feet to Krishna. And Rukmini is thinking, wait a minute. I have to take my dust from feet to Krishna's head. That means it is like putting my head on the top of Krishna's head. Can I do that? No. I will never do that. Look at this. She knows the medicine. She has it, but she is not willing to give. So you think she is loving Krishna? You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with all, Dwarkavasis. Then Rukmini is saying, oh, Narman, you are so less devotee, you have made so many devotees. Why don't you give your dust to Krishna? Me? My dust? So I have to put my feet on his head? No, not possible. See, Narmani also failed. So what? So he's going everywhere around the world, 3 worlds. He could not. Nobody is willing. Then he came crying. Krishna, who is crying? It's me. Now, Narmuni, he said 1 minute, it has become more than a month. I was waiting anxiously when he will come back with the dust of my devotees. Did he bring? Krishna, sorry. Nobody is willing to give. Even I cannot give. So look at that. Then what happened? Then Krishna said, then forget it. Then I will leave this part. Krishna, no. There must be something more. Then Krishna, where did you go? Wherever, which places you go? I went to all these places. And, Dwarka and everywhere. Right? Astinapur and all. Did you go to Vrindavan? Oh no, Krishna, I did not go. Why don't you try there last thing? So I went to Vrindavan, and as soon as Narmani, they know he must have met Krishna. How is our Krishna? No, he's okay. What are you okay? Anything wrong? Yes, he's a little sick. Yeah, what we can do? He says, dust from his devotees, lotus feet. If he takes a bath, he will cure. Why didn't you tell before? You have wasted so much time. Huh? Take more and more. Immediately they get. How much? Loads and loads. And then they told him, don't delay, just take quickly leave. Then Narmani is telling, you know what? If Krishna bathes with this, you have to go to hell. Then Gopis answered, okay. For his 1 second happiness, we are willing to be forever condemned in the hell. We don't care. We care about his happiness, his well-being. So Narmani anyway took it, and then Krishna happily bathed with that. He became well again. And then remaining dust and all that, they put it in a well. Okay. And from there in Dwarka, we get all this tilak. You understand where this tilak come from? Lotus feet, dust of lotus feet, gopis. That's why it's charged with so much devotion. So you understand this, okay? Um, so that's why there is no karma in gopis. Their only motto is happiness. No matter where he is, no matter what they do to him, to them. Even if Krishna rejects them, forget them, this, but they will never forget. They want to forget Krishna. They say it is impossible. We are trying our best, but we cannot. Again and again. So many remember, like that. It is inseparable, This inseparable bondage is a natural thing. That's why, but Yogamaya does something amazing to bring this point out. That's all to it. But from mundane point of view, look at it as reason. That's why very few devotees, only Rupanuga, go to this Yavat. So I will continue tomorrow because I have few things to do. Vancha kalpataru vyascha kripa sindhu vacha patitana bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jai Kartik Masti, Jai Kartik Vat ki, Jai Gurudeva Vat ki, Jai Damodar Vat ki, Jai Nagavani Vasana Wala ki, Javat ki, Jai Jai. Saura Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hare Jai. See you tomorrow.
Okay, so Tara